Senator Hawley.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks to the witnesses for being here. Ms. Cook, could I just come back to you? I'd like to talk a little bit more about your manufacturing background as well as about women in the industry. Can you just give us a sense of what some of the biggest constraints are to success in manufacturing in particular for women-owned businesses?
There's not enough women-owned manufacturers to get mentorship from, but the biggest, the things that are hurting us today are the employee rates, the finding the good talent, learning. I didn't have a manufacturing background. I had a marketing background. I just had a passion on making things, and so I did. But there's a lot of, we need help with capital, being able to get to that next step. I've been presented to companies that wanted to do work with us, but I couldn't get the funding or they thought we were too small. And we do work with all the automotive companies, but it's, you know, to get to the next level is difficult, especially in this field of manufacturing.
Absolutely. Let me just ask you about an issue in your industry, in the manufacturing industry, which is offshoring, particularly with regard to China. I'm just curious if the offshoring of our manufacturing capacity to China over decades now has created any challenges for you that you've seen, whether that's in the educational pipeline, as it were, that we used to have in this country that we've now lost in many instances because now those jobs have gone overseas, and so now we don't have the education to train workers any longer, or whether it's other things. I'm just curious about your firsthand experience.
Okay, I can talk about the education piece.
Please.
STEM. Okay, I'm heavily believing that STEM is very important right now. It's where the future of manufacturing is. It's where the future of the jobs are. So we have to start early in our schools, partnering with manufacturing companies, letting us bring them in early at an early stage. Also have mentoring and good programs to start with children at early ages, even in elementary, to show how important STEM is. Today, even just in the female sector, 29% of women of the whole STEM industries are holding those positions. That's still very low in this day and age.
Yeah, yes, thank you for that. You talked about the need to cut red tape and reform the procurement process, and I'm just wondering if you have any specific recommendations for this committee that maybe we could help with when it comes to that.
Navigating the system is difficult. You can get certified through as a WOSB through our local chapters and our local, thanks to WBENC and our local Great Lakes Women's Business Council. However, navigating, once you get certified, then you go to the system and there you just get a runaround. If you ever tried to go get into there, you have to go hunt and find a contract. And then when you get the contract, the language is so difficult to understand because it's a military language. It doesn't break it down to what we're used to in the industries. So I think that the other thing is that having more of a networking group where you bring your procurement agents to some of our events to find us, help connect those procurements, the purchasing to see what we do. That would really help. They have events all the time through WeBack where women bring and show their products. Why isn't the military, why isn't the government there?
Very good. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of the witnesses for being here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.